What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more punk rock. That's right, we're doing some more non-electronic music, doing some more punk rock vinyl, doing a reaction to one of my favorite bands, the Dead Kennedys. Although, full disclosure, I'm interested in the period where Jello was the lead singer and where, that was the lineup of the band. I'm not going to get into the argument about, what happened and sort of the fallout between Jello and the other members, but some of the people that the other members have brought in to be a lead singer, I think, were a pale successor, and not a pale, but a poor successor to, the legacy of the original, singer-songwriter. So, I'm less interested in what the band has done in more recent years, but the classic catalog on Alternative Tentacles is where I'm about, and indeed, all of the versions that I have. Although their first album wasn't on Alternative Tentacles. Where is it? I forget. I think it's like Cherry Red, like a UK label. But the next few, including Plastic Surgery Disasters, which is where? Right here, along with the In God We Trust EP. Frankenchrist is over there, Bedtime for Democracy over there. So, huge fan, again, especially when they were on Alternative Tentacles. We're going to listen to a tune from Plastic Surgery Disasters called Terminal Preppie. It's a tune that is basically like a little foray into the ska area for Dead Kennedys. Although the horns are sort of like loud and sort of aggressive, so it doesn't quite have that skanking around sort of ska feel. It's more of like what you would expect if the Dead Kennedys did ska. It's just an amazing album. I literally love every track on this album. Shout out to Alternative Tentacles. Look at that beautiful fucking label and beautiful logo. We're breaking superstitions. We're breaking weapons because those things are not of use to us. What is of use to us is excellent music with great ideas. So here we go. This is Terminal Preppie, which is sort of a shot at people who go to college not really looking to learn. They just want to go get drunk. They want to, if anything, they're going there to tell people what they already know and what they already think the world does and what the world is already like. They're not going there to learn things. They're not going there to sort of interact with others, to maybe take perspective from others and so on. Again, they're there to stack beer cans up to get drunk and then, make a lot of money by getting a business degree, which you can say different things about business degrees. I'm not really coming after the entire field, but I will say, like I said, that for me, when I got to college, when I got to grad school, it was about genuinely trying to learn more in these fields. It was about listening to other scholars, other colleagues, other peers. It wasn't about just shouting about, let's go fucking party, and then I'll just tell people that, I've already known everything I need to know before I even got here, that kind of stuff. So, again, this song is sort of a shot at that kind of attitude and those sorts of people at college. So here we go. Terminal Preppie, Dead Kennedys, Plastic Surgery Disasters. Do we have a year? This is Virus 27, by the way. It doesn't... Oh, it does. 1982. So we're listening to something that is literally 40 years old. 40 years old, this song. Here we go. I was 2 years old. I did not discover Dead Kennedys until I was in my teens, maybe like 95, 96. But here we go. Nope. Sorry. There's no time between the songs. There's 1 second between the two. Like going to college, that makes it so cool. I live in the dorm and show up at the pool. I go to right clubs, I start building impression. I found out thinking you won't get me ahead. Grab this shining light. It's so look good on paper. All I want is a slot in some big corporation. You don't have to put it, I hate them. My news of the world comes to put illustrated. The part of my trophy when my hand every can. Flashing nails up the wall to impress on my plan. No, I'm not here to learn. I just want to get drunk and make sure in the business. And the big dial to fuck well, win. I always play to win. But I feel it like a call in a big business machine. I can turn on, turn on, Preppie, turn on, turn on, Preppie, turn on, turn on, turn on. They want to wait for kids just fail all the time. In my sector for world, feel the speed and ride. Someday I'll have power, someday I'll have bones. The track in some summer with Thanksgiving still closed. easy there, Dead Kennedys. I love how they just pack so many songs on this excellent album that it's like they just didn't have any time for like a gap between the tracks. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I love, again, literally every song on this album I like, and you know, they have different vibes, different sort of atmospheres. Obviously they're talking about different issues and whatever, but this one stuck out to me when I first got the album, because look, I grew up in conservative Orange County. Ultimately, you know, I found my way to things that now dominate my intellectual and socio-cultural and emotional life. But again, I sort of grew up among sort of people and around sort of attitudes that are expressed in this track. Yeah, again, I saw people not only when I was in college, but other people talking about like when they were ready to go to college, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking learn what these professors are gonna tell me, like whatever. And it's like, well, why are you even going there? So yeah, I've seen people who are there not really for intellectual or educational or, you know, personal growth reasons, but they're just there to get that degree so they can make that money and they can just dominate their little, like, sort of, you know, cloistered, stereotypical lives. Again, and obviously there's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of things where, like, for a song lyric, you have to, like, categorize things in a certain way. So I'm sure Jello himself would say, like, obviously, you know, maybe not everyone who's got a business degree is a person who fits into this stereotype or this mold, but there absolutely are such people out there. I have seen them. I know them. I have lived around them. So yeah, it's a tune that really stuck out to me when I first heard it. And again, I like the sound, I like the intensity, I like the way Jello roars back into the track, like for each new verse, especially the last one. And ultimately, I do like the horns. I don't think there's too many Dead Kennedy tracks where there are horns involved, so I always enjoyed that one for being a bit anomalous in terms of its sound relative to the rest of their catalog. Anyway, like I said, Jello Biafra, I'm hesitant about having human heroes. I'm wary about lionizing people, because inevitably people are human. People have said or done things that, oh shit, I don't quite agree with that, or I like a lot of what he says. But that's the point, you know. There's so many people, it's like, oh, I agree with them about issues A through X, but those Y and Z issues, oh, fuck them, I'm never going to work with them. It's like, yo, like, we have to learn to be more pluralistic and integrating. We have to learn to, like, on some level, like, make inroads with people who we share a lot of values and principles, even if there's one or two issues that we do disagree about. So I love Jello Biafra for that reason. His lyrics are always strong and passionate and very felt. But if you listen to him do spoken word, you know he understands complexities, ambiguity, and gray area. Because again, I've not only gotten his spoken word albums over the years, I think I have like 7 or 8 of them. Most of them are the ones from the 80s and 90s. I think the last one I got was Machine Gun with a Clown in His Hand. I think he's done at least a couple since then. But yeah, everything from like I Blow Minds for a Living up to Machine Gun with the Clown with a machine gun in his hand, everything between those I have. And it's just fascinating the way he goes through things. And, you know, there's even times where in later spoken word albums he's talked about, maybe I was wrong when I was talking about, you know, Blood for Oil and that. So it's really interesting the way his mind works. And again, he is one of the rare people that I let into that category where I call them human heroes. So shout out to him for that. Big fan of his work over the years. And again, what we just heard, that rip-roaring punk rock, maybe a little bit of ska tune, that's 40 years old. So shout out to 80s punk, shout out to the Dead Kennedys, shout out to Alternative Tentacles and Jello especially. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you next time. Peace.